This is John Paul Rai. I'm coming to you from Tokyo, Japan, covering Death vs. Heard, and if you've been following me, you probably know that I cover social media, Twitter, and Instagram quite a bit. Now, I was on Twitter about 2 days ago, and I made a tweet I didn't like so much, and I kind of pitched in my opinion on something I didn't know a whole lot about. Maybe a little bit about it, but not enough to really, say what I said. And that got me thinking, obviously, about Amber Heard, because we're following her, and we're trying to figure out if she is actually lying or not. Well, a lot of us, are pretty convinced, but theoretically, people are trying to figure it out, if you get my drift. And for the people who are on the fence, I think things like this can really help. Now, what happened was, like I said, I tweeted out something I just didn't really think so hard about, and it was very impulsive. And the thing about social media these days is, Twitter and Instagram is in Amber Heard's back pocket, and she doesn't really have a manager or a legal expert telling her what to tweet and not to tweet, to try to keep her feelings inside or to, hide things she shouldn't be exposing. So I think it's really important to note that human beings basically use the social media impulsively, and every one of these celebrities, well, not every one of them, but the majority of them, at some point had made a post or a tweet or something they kind of regretted, they deleted, they tried to cover up, they tried to backtrack, especially in this day and age of cancel culture. And what I'm getting to is, when Amber Heard puts up something devious like this, where she's sitting in a set on a chair, which is supposed to maybe make you think it's the Aquaman set, she's trolling the Johnny fans. And that's really not something that somebody innocent and professional and mature would do, okay? What this is an impulsive tweet saying, look at me, guys, I'm going to be an Aquaman too, even though you guys think I'm guilty. And, that's kind of something a child would do. That's something somebody immature would do. And that's someone who I think you could say is probably dishonest. Now, can I prove this? Can I say this is absolute proof? No, I can't. But if you think about yourself and the way you view social media, you know that there are impulses. You see something and you react in a split second. And that reaction is there forever, and it might not be the reaction that you wanted it to be. And this has happened time and time again with Amber Heard on social media. She's very tone deaf to what's going on in the world politically. And, when the pandemic was big, and when the 2020 election was happening, and there was all the controversy with all the different issues, she would tweet out herself with no pants and baking bread, and, then she'd be at a fake Black Lives Matter rally, and it was just all about her stupid, impulsive tweets, virtue signaling, pandering. It really had nothing to do with how she was actually feeling at that time, and you could tell when somebody is actually feeling something genuine at that time based on their tweets, based on their impulsiveness, because a lot of people do not plan out these tweets. Amber Heard, or anybody on social media, let's say most people, because some people are smart about it, but a lot of people just tweet these things out impulsively, and they don't think too hard about it. If you guys follow, let's just say entertainment politics for the sake of, not exactly knowing what it is, Candace Owens and Cardi B have had a fight going on for a long time, and you could tell Cardi B impulsively tweets out things. Maybe Candace Owens does too, but the point is, they go back and forth, and things come out really fast. Adam Woolman's a good example. Johnny Depp's lawyer, of somebody who thinks about things. He flips out articles, he thinks what he wants to say, but he's a lawyer, He's still a human being. I'm sure he's had his impulsive tweet on Instagram or something. Excuse me, his impulsive post on Instagram or something. But my point is, a lot of these celebrities, like let's say Ryan Johnson, the director of the crappy movie The Last Jedi, tweets out things he deletes, and all these other stars tweet out things they delete, like, what's her name? Chrissy Teigen. She deletes a bunch of things, and I'm sure the things they deleted were impulsive, just like Amber Heard here, impulsive. So, I really think these things that some people think are like nothing or just like fluffy social media posts are actually pretty damn important when you put yourself in someone's shoes. And I think there's really not enough of putting yourself in people's shoes in this world, in arguments, in controversies in general. If you put yourself in someone's shoes, like really try to put yourself in their shoes, you could probably start to come to some conclusions about why they probably did certain things. So what I'm saying is, if you really put yourself in Amber Heard's shoes, you imagine being at that set, at that chair, looking like devious like that, and why she posted like that. You could probably tell it's an impulsive troll to the Johnny fandom, and that's not something that an honest, good-hearted person who's really interested in a constructive conversation would do. That's something someone who's a little out of control, little loose cannon, little bit of probably a liar would do. Anyway, you guys let me know what you think down below. Doing these podcast series right now because I'm having, busy work season, but I want to keep the content coming out. And by the way, if you're still listening, I'm going to try to get a second topic uploaded soon. I just don't know exactly what I want that to be. Whatever catches my interest. Probably going to do one of those weird news stories. And if you're still listening to this right now, consider subscribing. If you don't subscribe, I'll be sad, but I'll get over it. See you next time.